Hi everybody, let's talk about starting something new, starting something you've never done before, starting some project you want to accomplish. And let's talk about waiting, how that fits in, and community, how do those three things fit together. Stay tuned. So, what does starting something, waiting, and community all three have in common? Well, I was not so long ago, I was watching an interview with a panel of a movie project I really liked. Maybe you have heard about it before. It's called Kung Fury. And it's something 80s over-the-top movie that was really well done, according to me. But what's important here in the interview with it's David Sandberg who started this, is that he said in the interview that he posted his trailer that he has made in Reddit, and he waited for a response, so people react to it and would like it or dislike it. And he said he waited an hour, nobody saw it. 2 hours, nobody saw his project on Reddit. 3 hours, nothing. 4 hours, nothing. 5 hours, nothing seemed to happen. And he was starting to lose hope. But after 5 hours, he saw that it got some traction. Some people were interested and they shared it. Then it got some more traction, and then it was on page 10 of Reddit, and then it was on 5, and then 4, and before he knew it, it was on the front page of Reddit. So you see that sometimes when you start something, it seems like it doesn't have much traction, that you have to wait for a long time, and not everybody is willing to wait for so long. And it's difficult to know how long you should wait to see some result. Not everything is as fast as we think. Some things take time. And in the time, it could be that nothing visible is happening that we can see. And we tend to give up. But sometimes it's well worth a while to wait for a result, because those results are more powerful than short-term results. So yeah, and that's something that Gary Vaynerchuk also talks about. I like following Gary Vaynerchuk. He has good advice about starting projects, being an entrepreneur if you want to be that, just life and work ethics. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. And I was also talking to a friend not so long ago, and he was talking about somebody who has also started a project, starting a taxi company, I think it was. And the thing here is that the person who was trying to start up that company, people said, you're wasting your time with this. And he saw after 1 month, he had nobody who was willing to go for, who wanted to be his client. And 2 months, nope. 3 months, nope. For 5 months it took before he had like his first clients. But then, when he had his first clients and people started to know him, then he had like so many clients that he could start his own, his own little company. And he had so much success. He had so much success that he could use it to start up something in another city and another city and another city. So it spread, but he had to wait like 5 months maybe. So here's another example of how waiting can be well worth your time. And another example is in a movie I have seen. Another example is in a movie I have seen, The Big Short, where it's a movie about and another example is in a movie called The Big Short, where somebody is trying to see what's going on in the housing market, and he sees like there is a big bubble coming up, but everybody thinks he's just crazy and he's wasting money, and he's like risking money he doesn't have from other people maybe, and he waits and he waits. But he knows from studying the material that he is sure, he's sure that this bubble is bursting, it's coming. It takes some time before it is there. But when it is there, he can profit from it. Yeah, so sometimes people think you're going crazy when you wait for that long. And there is yet another example, and this one is from there's yet another example, and this one is from a chess master I have seen on YouTube. I will link all the links about what I'm talking about in the description. And this was a chess master, I think it was called Amand. And it was his time to make a move on the chessboard, and he was just planning in his head and thinking like 1 minute, 1 minute and a half, 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half, and the commentator was going crazy like, what is he doing? He's wasting time, he doesn't have much time left, what will he do? But what he was doing, in my opinion, from what I know about chess and stuff like that, is he was planning 1 step ahead, 2 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead. And he was planning to reverse engineer the finish line. Reverse engineer winning. So see if I can get there and reverse it. Like the steps what he would do. And it takes some time, like reverse engineering. But when he had that, he knew what move to do, first and second and third, and he won. So even when people think you're going a bit crazy, it can be worthwhile. Even when people think you're going crazy, it can be worthwhile. Yeah. So, when you have enough information, you really have to know what you are going to do, and you really have to study it to really know and have an instinct about it also. Then when you set something out to do, plan something, you start it, it can be worthwhile to, even if you think it will fail, hold on and see where it takes you. Have some patience, and you will notice that In many cases, you have done the right thing. Just hold on and see where it takes you. So, to come back to the movie Kung Fury and how his maker promoted it on Reddit, if he didn't have already the interaction in the community of Reddit, he probably was be ignored. But because he already invested in that community of Reddit where he posted in, his post became more popular. So it's not that you have to wait and do nothing. Meanwhile, you can invest in things that will benefit you in the long term while you're waiting for something else. So here comes community in. When you are doing something, you are promoting something, you are willing to put your work out there. You have to invest in the community first, like assimilate in that community, so that people begin to know you, begin to know what you're doing, what you stand for, what you're doing, what your work is, and so they begin to form an image of you in their head, and they begin to form an opinion of you in your head. So when they see your name appear, they already know what they can expect from you. And so when you invest in a community, you can say something in that community that can benefit both of you. And that way you can become part of an interaction that can benefit both of you. So yeah, here is where community fits in. See where you can use this, something you do earlier in the process, to make all the rest you're doing and planning easier. And this is something I've been using also. So to plan, to make next step easier, that we make the next step easier, and so forth. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and let me know in the comments if you learned something from it that you use in your daily life. Vote up or down, like or dislike, when you like or dislike this video. You can just also contact me if you want to sit down in a Skype session to talk about some project you're going through and you want to start maybe some new aspect of your life, you want to turn over a page or something like that. Let me know and we can work something out together. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. See you next time. Bye.